Hello, YouTube. Welcome to my channel, Marriage, Politics, and Sports. Today, we're going to be talking about this conversation we had on a different panel a week ago, talking about whether your wife is a partner or your wife. Listen, everybody, understand this. We are not partners. If you're married and you understand what your obligations are as a husband, your wife is not your partner. She's your helpmate. You can go biblical. The only reason why we talk about partners, that's feminism talking. And the only more unfortunate thing is when I hear a man call his wife his partner, I cringe every time. And I say, man, you don't know what you're talking about. Your obligation to your wife far outweighs anything she's obligated to do for you. And we could explain that. And the Bible says that if you're religious, you should understand that right off the rip. But even if you're in a secular world, if you're the gatekeeper of marriage, you can't let her in. You shouldn't let her in unless she understands that you guys are not an LLC. You're not a sole proprietorship. Her obligations to you are nowhere near your obligations to her. So you're not a partnership. I think, and that's why the divorce rate is so high, because when women get tired, they're going. And they say as much all over the place. I'm not happy. I'm not this. I'm not that. You know, it's too much to take care of a man. I got my own money. I don't need a man. If I'm with you, I'm there because you fulfill your partnership duties to me. If your woman's thinking like that and you marry her, you get exactly what you deserve. So we were on a panel and we had this discussion. Some people say, well, the modern woman, you need to kind of, ease her into what partnership means, that there's levels to it. But that's because the women are playing chess and most men play checkers. They get married for sex, they get married for love, they get married for a lot of superficial things because they just want to own the woman. No, you get married, the woman is your wife and you are her husband, right? And it's kind of funny. But before I go further and let you hear a couple of clips of us talking about this, like, share, and comment on my video, please. And subscribe to my channel. And let's have a conversation. Getting a little bit more subscriptions. I need to get into the algorithm. I need some folks to comment. I don't care whether you agree with me or not. I really don't. But we can go back and forth. Just keep it civil. And we can go back and forth on that. But just hit that like button. Even if you hit the don't like button, that's fine. But just hit the button anyway. Anyhow, listen, I asked my wife that question and she answered it. Of course, I think she might have known that I was fishing for some kind of answer from her, but she said, but she doesn't placate me in that way. She would tell me what she thought. She says, what do I call you? I said, you call me husband. Yeah, she calls me husband. She doesn't even call me by my name. She says, I call you husband because that's what you are. I understand that we're not partners like that. And I said, okay, good answer. But she was sincere about it because that's the way I treat her, like my wife. And she knows I'm obligated to do everything to keep our family together far more than I ask of her. I ask her just to respect me, to be exclusive, to be accessible, to be nurturing to the children. But as far as the burdens of life keeping us going for these years, that's on my shoulders. I looked her father in the eye and he says, if anything goes wrong, bring her back to me in one piece. I told him she's not coming back. And we've been together ever since. And as long as I'm alive, we're going to be together. And even when I'm gone, I'm going to be taking care of her. That's my obligation. So we are not partners. We ain't no LLC. We ain't none of that bullshit that people in the modern world try to tell you. So men, if you are convinced by your woman that she's your partner, she's going to leave you at some point, most likely. Yeah, you just don't know it yet. Anyhow, so I'm going to let I'm going to let you listen to me go about this before and then I want to let a lady tell it. Take heed to the message, talks about it as well. And this lady's very grounded. And I'm gonna put some links to their channel in the description of this, and we'll go from there. Stay tuned. Okay. Where's the one? No, not that one. All right, let's share. Listen up.
Absolutely.
And the fact of the
Trey, they've
matter,
always sold out for
hold on
the
a
money.
second. And the fact of the matter
No,
is that women spend money.
Here comes the money.
Women spend money.
But to women, that shit has meaning like chess.
Y'all, this is not.
Exactly.
This is the.
Oh, let's go. My job when I told her father that I was going to.
When you pray to the Most High and you hear that voice in your head, is it your voice or somebody?
So they have catered the church to the woman.
Well, let's add, because that's true. But there's a lot of things are true, not only in the church, but in the secular world as well. Now, listen, and some things are subtle. When we started accepting women calling husbands partners, it's really subtle. Because to men, a lot of times we think it's harmless, but to women, that shit has meaning like chess. To us, we're playing checkers. Women, when they call you a partner, they're telling you that there's conditions on your relationship. And I tell my wife, she doesn't call me that, but I say to guys, if you're really happily married and correctly married, your obligations to your wife far exceed what she gives you back. By definition. Now, I've been married for 36 years. Now, my wife she's been catering to me. She's been beautiful, right? But she's the one who goes to bed at night. And when she puts her head on the pillow, she's out in 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. And I take credit for the fact that she don't got no worries. For 38 years, and hopefully for the rest of my life, my job, when I told her father that I was going to take care of her for a lifetime, obligated me for a lifetime. She don't have that obligation. Her vows take her there. But I looked at another man in his eyes and said, you know what? No matter ups, downs, here and there, I'm going to make sure your daughter's okay. Not only when I'm alive, but when I'm dead. So I don't want to hear none of this shit that we're partners. You're my wife and I'm your husband. And when men started, every time I hear a man say my partner, I said, you asshole.
You should punch him in the face. Punch him in the face.
Your wife ain't your partner. She's your wife. And like I said, my wife, and I'm going to land here, my wife calls me husband. That's what she calls me. Hey, and she always says it, hey there, husband. Hey there, husband. Hey there. And I can't remember the last time she called me by my first name. And when she does that, it's none of your business. You know what I'm saying? But the fact is,
feminism. It's all capitalism.
He said your wife went through all those.
Time that though. How do I time that?
Take it home.
Come on,
I just wanna chime in on something that Trey said earlier. So Trey,
Lord.
you said that we should be able to tell the women what type of partnership, right, that you have in the marriage, right? So I want to share something with y'all, and a lot of y'all probably know this already, but if you tell a woman that there's a partnership in the marriage, right, she gonna take it, she gonna run with that. If you don't explain to her the partnership, like Trey said, it's gonna be an issue. But I'm gonna share something with you. Partnership should never be used for marriage. Because when women find out that there's a partnership, right, she can talk to her husband or any kind of way. This is the same thing I talk on my channel. Like, you can love your husband all you want. You can love him as much as you want. But if respect is not first, the marriage will not hold. If respect is not first, the marriage will never hold. And I say that all the time because you can love your husband. You can be with him. You can spend time with him and all this. But the first time when something get out of line, you can disrespect them in front of everybody. But if you have that respect first, the respect comes along with love. You got it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna work. So I have a problem how we delegate marriage, because if you don't put everything out on the table in the beginning of your marriage, everything will go haywire. Like if you in a marriage and when you met your husband, he wasn't working, right? Say if he wasn't working, but you were the one taking on everything, right? So now in that marriage, you the head HIT, you the head, you know what I'm saying? You the head ninja in charge. So this is what the wife thinks. So now when the husband start getting on his feet and he start working and taking care of, she's gonna have a problem to relinquish her power to him. This is why no man, and I kid you not, I don't care where you work at, I kid you not, never release your reign of power. Never release your reign. Because once you release your reign to this woman, you ain't gonna never get it back. You ain't gonna never get it back. I don't care where you work at. You ain't gonna never get it back because she gonna run with it. So men, I don't care where you work at, just continue to work. Continue to work. No matter where you work at, continue to work. Because once a woman can get control of this, and this is why when these new age youngins get up here talking about partnership, that thing is not real. Because let me share something with you. If we in a partnership, when an intruder come in this house, who going first? Who going first, damn it? When the intruder come in the house, who going first? We partners, right? So who going first to get the intruder? It ain't gonna be me.
We partners in, and look, we're gonna have to draw straws.
Yes.
Shit.
Okay.
You guys are doing it again. You're doing it again. I literally laid this out for you. Partnership does not. You guys, when you hear
Yeah, let's stop it there. Let's stop it right there. I'm gonna clip some stuff and fix it up. But anyway, there was a lot more than I wanted to. But let me go back and this tape, because I just wanted to get it across. You hear a couple of people, we had some discussion, but I just wanted to let you know that your relationship with your wife, her relationship with you as a husband, is not a partnership. It's not just biblical. You can put it in the secular world as well. If you thinking your wife is your partner, then you are steps up behind, because they're playing chess, you're playing checkers, and she's going to think she's just as powerful in your marriage as you are. And for some people it works, but for most people it doesn't, because a man is diminished. If you're diminished in your relationship with your wife, then shame on you. Art Payne, Marriage, Politics, and Sports. Over and out.